Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel American Nightmares. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We dive deep into the chilling side of everyday life. Tonight, we're talking schools, places meant for learning and growth, but sometimes they hold on to secrets that turn innocent hallways into nightmares. These three true stories come from real people who lived through the terror. Let's jump in, but lock your doors first. It was my first week as a custodian at Willow Creek Elementary, a creaky old building from the 1920s tucked in a quiet Illinois suburb. The pay was decent and the hours let me see my kids during the day, but my dad, he'd worked there for years, warned me about the shadow. I laughed it off. Ghosts? Come on, that's just old man talk. One stormy Tuesday night around 10 p.m., I was mopping the third-floor hallway near the old music room. The kids had all gone home hours ago, and the place was dead silent except for the rain hammering the windows. That's when I heard it. A low, rhythmic thumping, like small feet running down the empty corridor behind me. I froze, mop handle slick in my grip. "Kids?" I called out, half joking. Nothing. I turned, and there it was, a tall, humanoid shadow stretching across the lockers from the flickering emergency light. No body attached to it, just this inky silhouette, about 6 feet tall, with arms that hung too long like they were made of smoke. It didn't move toward me, it just stood there, watching. My heart slammed against my ribs. I backed up, knocking over the bucket. Water splashed everywhere, echoing like a gunshot. Then the thumping started again, faster this time, circling me. Lights buzzed overhead, one popping out in a shower of sparks. In the split-second darkness, I swear I felt cold breath on my neck and a whisper, "Play with me." Kid's voice, but warped, like it was underwater. I bolted for the stairs, keys jangling, and didn't stop until I was in my truck. The next day, I asked the principal about it. She went pale. Turns out, in 1957, a little boy named Tommy fell from that exact third-floor window during recess, pushed by accident in a game gone wrong. No one saw it happen, they just found him below. His parents sued, but the school covered it up. Dad confirmed it. Tommy's locker was the one the shadow stretched from. I quit a month later. But every time I drive by that school, I see kids playing outside and wonder if one's still waiting inside.
In 1995, at a small girls' high school in Kashasha, Tanzania, laughter was supposed to be the sound of joy. But for 17-year-old Amina, it became the soundtrack to hell. It started innocently enough. One afternoon in math class, her best friend Sarah let out a giggle during a boring lesson on fractions. Harmless, right? But Sarah couldn't stop. It built into hysterical cackles, tears streaming down her face, her whole body shaking like she was electrocuted. The teacher sent her to the nurse, but by lunch, 3 more girls were doing it. Uncontrollable spasms, screaming with laughter that sounded more like sobs. Amina tried to comfort them, but touching their skin felt wrong, icy cold, like they'd been dipped in a freezer. By evening, the school was in chaos. Girls were collapsing in the halls, convulsing, begging, "Make it stop," through choking fits. Rumors spread. It was a curse from the old witch doctor in the village, or the ghost of a bullied student who'd hanged herself in the attic years before. Amina locked herself in the bathroom that night, but the laughter seeped through the walls. Dozens of voices, echoing like a mad choir. She saw shadows under the stalls, twisted figures of her classmates, their eyes rolled back, mouths stretched impossibly wide in grins that split their cheeks. One banged on her door, whispering her name in Sarah's voice. "Join us, Amina. It's so funny." The epidemic lasted months, spreading to over 1,000 people in the region. Schools shut down, villages quarantined. Doctors called it mass psychogenic illness, stress from poverty and exams triggering hysteria. But Amina, who barely escaped before it hit her, swears it was more. She saw the headless girl in the mirror that night, a pale specter with no neck, just jagged stumps where her head should be, giggling silently. To this day, in Kashasha, they don't laugh in classroom 4B. And Amina, she teaches now, but never lets her students giggle too long.
Chaffey High in Ontario, California, built in 1883, one of the oldest schools west of the Mississippi. By day, it's buzzing with teens slamming lockers and gossiping. But Alex, a sophomore in 2018, knew the library after hours was off limits for a reason. Legend said a janitor hanged himself from the clock tower in the 20s, his body hidden in the basement morgue during a flu pandemic. Skeptics called BS, but Alex had orchestra practice late, so he'd sneak through the stacks to grab forgotten sheet music. One Thursday, rehearsal ran until 7 p.m. The school was emptying out, but the library lights hummed faintly. Alex slipped in, phone flashlight cutting through the dust motes. The air felt thick, like breathing soup, and that metallic tang hit his nose. Blood? Nah, probably old books. He reached the back shelves when he heard it. Pages flipping, rapid and furious, like someone speed reading in the dark. He whispered, "Hello?" Stupid, he knows. A child's giggle answered, high-pitched, not from any kid he knew. Heart racing, he swung his light around. Nothing. But then, in the corner, a small figure. A boy, maybe 10, in outdated overalls, sitting cross-legged on the floor. His back was to Alex, head bowed over a book. Relief washed over him. Probably a lost elementary kid from the attached school. "Hey, buddy, you okay?" Alex stepped closer. The boy didn't move, just kept flipping pages, faster now, the sound like tearing flesh. Up close, Alex saw the book was blank. And the boy's neck. It was elongated, stretched unnaturally, like something had yanked it during the hanging all those years ago. The giggle turned wet, choking. Alex bolted, but the light strobed, on, off, on, casting the boy's silhouette everywhere, in the mirrors, the windows, even on Alex's phone screen. He burst out the doors, collapsing on the quad, gasping. Cops found him later. He babbled about the hanged kid. Turns out Chaffey was a makeshift hospital in 1918, and yes, a janitor did die by suicide in the tower. His ghost? Locals say he haunts the library, reading the futures of those who disturb his peace, pages of blank terror. Alex transferred schools, but he still dreams of those flipping pages, counting down to his own end. Whew, that's all for tonight, folks. If these got your skin crawling, smash that like button and share your own true tales in the comments. I read them all. Don't forget to subscribe for more real nightmares. Stay safe out there, and sweet dreams. Or not.